are going to go to a page that is very important for today's lesson, because today's lesson is going to be all...
Hi, Miss Wakeman.
Yeah?
Can I have Caleb Kaczynski come down to the main office? He is leaving at 1:30.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Caleb, don't worry, we won't have any fun without you. All right, so today's lesson, here's the objective for today. We're going to remember that we need to work really hard at deciphering and understanding certain words. So we talked about, all right, when words are tricky, we roll up our sleeves. So let's all get our sleeves rolled up here. Bella, you don't have any sleeves at all. Yours are pretty well rolled. Who remembers what it means, though? We talked about this last time. What does it mean? What does it mean to roll up our sleeves? What does that mean? We're not just doing this. What does it mean when we're doing that? Vienna? To get ready. For what? For work, right? So people roll up their sleeves when it's about to get tough. You're going to have to dig in deep. You don't want to get mud and dirt. Okay? Okay, well, yours are already rolled up then. Very good. All right. Today's lesson is all about what we call vowel pairs. Who can raise their hand and tell me what my 5 vowels are? This is a very easy review, but we haven't talked about it this week. Stuti, what are the 5 vowels? I'll give you a hint. There's one in Ma, Kai. Ma. Who can help her out? What's the last one that she forgot? Bradley? Oh, she said I, actually. All these girls. There we go. Elias. A. So A-E-I-O-U. Today, vowel pairs, Lucas, today our vowel pairs are going to be 2 vowels together. 2 vowels right next to each other in a word. And the reason that this is so important is that sometimes vowel pairs sound one way, and sometimes those same vowels sound a different way. And we're going to go over some examples, but it's really important that you know which one's which. Okay? So this page we're going to read has 2 words in it, and I'm going to need help on this. It has 2 words in it that contain the vowel pair E-A right next to each other. So here's how we're going to do this. When I read through this story and I get to a word, I'm going to have it right up here. When I get to a word that has E-A, just like that, next to each other, you guys are going to put up your hand like this, stop. Okay? All of you, let's practice that together, like this. That means I'm going to be like, I'm going to stop reading, okay? And I'm going to call on somebody, and Makai is going to underline the word that has the E-A in it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There are 3. There might be more, but I know that there are 3. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, so we're watching close. This is part of the story kind of early. You'll remember this because we've read this story a couple times now. All right. So you can look ahead, but don't stop me until I read to it, okay? He ordered them out. Then he noticed the box, and his eyes had a gleam. Elias, what's the word?
E-E-A.
What's the word?
Gleam.
Gleam. Makai, will you underline gleam up there? And his eyes had a gleam like a wily old fox. Briggs lifted the lid. Briggs lifted the lid of the treasure so rare. Thank you. Thank you. I tried to sneak that past you guys. Riley, what's my word there?
Treasure.
Treasure. Makai, can you underline treasure for me? Thank you. Treasure so rare. The manager gasped and said, "Well, I declare." Ooh. Now I know that's a tricky one, but remember we're only looking at it for when the E and the A are right next to each other. Okay? He bowed and he scraped, and he said with a purr, "Won't you please take a seat?" Thank you. Elizabeth, what's the word? won't you please, please. Makai, will you underline please?
There's another one.
Take a seat. Thank you. Guys are good at this. Diana, what was I about to say there? Seat. Let's underline seat. Now,
Oh.
dear Madam. Yeah. Leah, what's there? Dear. Makai, will you underline dear? You didn't know you were going to be so busy, did you? Are you tired? Is your arm tired from underlining? I'll read that whole line now that we have all of them underlined. Won't you please take a seat now, dear madam and sir? I will give you some cash, Mr. Briggs, if I may. You will find it is simpler than jewels when you pay. He locked up the treasure. Very good. Makai, you had your hand up. What's the word there? Can you underline it, please? We've already had that one, but it still counts. He locked up the treasure behind a steel door and gave them a case stuffed with banknotes galore. Remember that word, banknote? Oops, that's okay. Thank you, oh thank you. Gotta get my Bertha voice together. Thank you, oh thank you, said Bertha with glee. Come, Briggs, let us start on our great shopping spree. Mason, what's my word? I think you raised your hand for the right time, but find the word there that's EA right next to each other. It's on the last line. EA, right next to each other. Great, very good. Makai, will you underline the last one there is great. Very nice. Okay, Makai, I will take the marker. Thank you for your help. Can we have a hand for Makai, guys? Very good. All right, good. So now you can sit down. Thanks, buddy. Now, what we're looking at here are a lot of different words that have EA in them. Okay, we have gleam, treasure, please, seat, dear, treasure again, and then great. Now, here is the trick, okay? Here's the trick. Not all of these words with EA sound exactly the same. They don't have the same sound, okay? So here's what I want you guys to think about. Say in your head the word gleam. Just think about it, gleam. I'm saying it out loud, gleam. Okay, let's all say it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gleam. All right? That has a sound that sounds like an E. It's like the E is saying its name. Okay? Some old teachers used to talk about when two vowels go a-walking, the first one does the talking. Okay? So the E, gleam. Okay? But now, I want you to think about the next word. Say it to yourself. It's this big, long one. It also has an EA. Say it in your head. All right, let's all say it out loud together. 1, 2, 3. Does that have the same E sound?
No.
If it did, it would sound like treasure. Treasure. And how is it, Bella? What do you actually say? Treasure. Treasure. Hands out for a second. Okay, so we think that those are different. I would agree. I think that those are different sounds. Okay, now we're going to go on, and we're going to see if some of these other ones have more of a gleam sound or more of a treasure sound. All right? So how about this one? How about please? Who thinks they think please should go with gleam? Raise your hand if you think please should go with gleam. Okay, put your hands out. Raise your hand if you think please should go with treasure. Okay, we had a lot of hands down. We had a lot of hands down, which worries me. Okay, that worries me. So let's try this again. We're looking at the word please. Okay, and that sound on the EA. Let's all say it together. Please on three. 1, 2, 3.
Please.
Is the E doing the talking?
No. Yes.
Please. I think it is. So, in this one we have the gleam and please. I think those are about the same. Do you guys agree? You guys agree? Does anyone think that please should go with treasure?
No.
It's sort of a different sound, right? So we're going to put please over here. See how I'm making kind of two stacks that are the same sound? So let's go to the next one. Who wants to read that one out loud? Malia, can you read this word for us? Seat. Seat. Do you think is the E doing the talking, like please? Or is it like treasure, Malia? Raise your hand if you think it should go with please. Very good. I would agree. Okay. Very good. Well, now we have, we're going to skip deer. And we've already done treasure. Let's go down to this one. Okay, say it to yourself in your head. Quietly, to yourself. All right, on 3, let's have all the boys say it. 1, 2, 3. All right, on 3 again, let's have all the girls say it. 1, 2, 3. There are more girls, clearly. Now, who thinks that great should go with gleam? Who thinks great should go with treasure? Diana, you didn't raise your hand at all. What do you think great should do? You think treasure? Okay. Does anybody think it should go somewhere else? Stuti, what do you think? I think it's a different sound altogether, don't you? Let's do the sounds again here, guys. Gleam, treasure, great. What does that sound like? What letter does that sound like, Stuti? It sounds like an A to me. Okay, so that's kind of a weird EA sound. So that might even be a totally different stack over here.
We call those oddballs.
Oddballs.
Or word.
We call them outliers.
Oh.
What do you call just oddballs on the word wall? I love it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today, you guys. I have a whole bunch of words that have